Just like, can you just do that? Yours is yours is still so much firmer than mine. Like mine's like a little teddy bear, just like yours is like a rock. Like all right. Good morning, even afternoon, guys. Welcome to your Sunday webinar. We got a full house today. People waking up on a Sunday to study English. What is this? We had a question about the or sound. If we, I'll spend a little bit of time on that before we move on to our central topic. Um, I'll just do a couple quick basic words that have this sound, and we'll give everyone a shot to say it. But for this or sound, a key thing with this is, personally for me, I like teaching with an O sound that comes before it, that then transitions to the R. So you want to make sure that O sound is coming in clearly with enough breath. Okay, and also we don't want to treat it too much, with two separate sounds. So it's not going to be like oh, versus more oh, oh. Okay, let's just kind of hear to warm up just how people are saying their O sounds. Mila, can I start with you? Can you just say O for me? Just like oh.
Oh,
Even a little bit more breath at the end if you can. Oh.
oh,
Placement's a little higher, that's why you're getting that versus that do you hear the difference between and
oh,
keep it down the entire time.
uh, uh,
Okay, it's better. Barbara, I'm gonna slide over to you. Can you say oh for me? Uh,
Oh, 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 oh.
Not hearing a lot of resonance. I want to try to get a little bit more. Feels a little high. Somewhere.
Oh, 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 oh.
No, you actually had it for a second and then you switched again.
Yeah.
Um, can you say if people have a hard time with this, try transitioning from a sound that is maybe easier, that you feel more confident about for the placement in the breath. Barbara, can you say ah for me? Just like ah.
Ah,
Yeah, like a couple times, like ah ah
ah,
ah. Can you say like ah ah oh? One other thing you can try doing too. What's up, Ian? One other thing you can try doing too is like let's do it like 5 times, kind of like a scale, and just move it down. So like you do like oh 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 oh. Can you do that for me?
oh. Sorry. Oh, oh,
Okay, your last two were pretty much the same. The other thing I'm going to say is that when you're saying your O sound, one of the things that's going to happen is your I's would move down, but your O's would always return back to where they were. It's like oh, oh, like oh, like everything just kept bouncing back for that O sound. Okay, so I would like you to practice that. For Yan, can you just say for me O 3 times? Just like oh, oh, oh.
Oh.
Okay, I like those. I like those.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's our O sound. What happens when we link this with an R sound? So what I'd like you to practice doing, let's just do a transition from O to OR. It's like O, OR, O, OR, O, OR. Just get an idea of what I'm doing with my mouth, if that's helpful. So when I'm doing it, I'm saying you see, like that, or like that, or so you can see my lower lip slightly. I mean, it's not like a dramatic shift, but it slightly goes up when I get to the R sound. The back of my tongue's high pretty much the entire time, and the front of my tongue's down pretty much the entire time. So again, or that's the tip of my tongue just glued to the bottom of my mouth. I'm not moving it anywhere. So again, or, or. A lot of this, for these R sounds and things like that, a lot of this has to do with this part of the body. It's not really about here. We have to make sure enough air is moving through. Don't block off the air. Okay, it's not a tight sound. We're not going for like like or. But we do need the back of the tongue high, because otherwise it's going to become but it's not it's or. Okay, so we do need to hear. Gary, I'm going to start with you. Can you say oh or?
or.
Interesting. All of those sounded very different. Can you do that again for me? Oh, or.
Ow, or.
I don't know if that first sound was an O, but for or it sounded pretty good, but just want a little bit more breath. Can you do that like 3 times? Like or.
O, or, O, or, O.
Okay, in terms of just the O sounds, I thought the second one was the best. The first one and the third one just getting really tight. Oh, versus like, we're losing a lot of breath. Um, can you just say or for me? Or.
Or, or, or.
Okay, I really liked your first one in terms of breath, especially on the R. I think the O is still really tight. Oh, versus how much breath can you give me, Yuri? We're still really tight for the throat at the start.
Right.
Or
Or,
the,
or.
getting better. Can you do that like 3 times a little faster? Or.
Or.
Yeah, again. Or.
Or.
Okay, what's happening is that your R sound is becoming really dominant. You're almost like treating it like a 2 syllable. You're like, or. Can we like kind of squeeze it into 1 syllable? Because what's happening when you're doing that repetition is the R's are just taking over. Like I'm saying or, but you're saying or. So like those R's are just like dominant, and we don't want the R to be dominant. Okay, can you do that 3 times again for me? Give more space to the vowel. Or.
Or.
In general, I like those more. I would, as you practice, I do want you to continue condensing because I'm still kind of getting like 2 syllables. So I really just want one.
Tea or coffee?
Tea or coffee? Yeah, so like it becomes like an sound, rather than like tea or coffee. Milk or sugar. Like this or that. Today or tomorrow. Like a lot of times these or sounds just become like an sound. So that's the only thing.
Or.
Give a little more space to that O at the beginning. Or.
Or.
And a little bit more breath at the end. Or.
Or. Honestly, I don't like the R. Do you hear
Yeah,
the R? Okay.
I do, but the problem is that there's not enough breath on it, so it just kind of cuts. It's like or, and it just dies. Like, can you
Oh.
extend the breath? Can you say like, softer, be even a little softer. Ooh, that's even. I think that's actually firmer. What are you afraid of?
Nothing. I think it's just a bad habit that I do it tight.
Maybe. I think you're afraid of it turning into something, but we'll find out. Can you
I
add
need
more
to
breath?
work. Maybe I need to work on to do it softly.
Yeah,
It might take a
I would like
while.
you to work on making it softer, but we have to
Mhm.
add more breath. So again, just like, can you just do that? Yours is yours is still so much firmer than mine. Like mine's like a little teddy bear, just like yours is like a rock. Like just the texture quality is very different.
Yeah.
Can you soften it a little bit more? Still a little firmer. What's the softest you can make? The softest it can make is probably not even an R sound, right? The softest you do is just like right? It's not even really an R, right? Can you just do that for me? The last one was better. Let's go slower. Go slower. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now we're starting to get a little softer. Okay.
I still hear a little tight,
It's still a little tight, but hey, compared to where we were, I'll take it. But do I watch continue practicing? Yes, 100%. Okay, because if we can soften this, then we can soften other things. But if we're finding just this exercise, that's not even an R sound. Let's be honest. This is just like I say, like an sound. But if we're
Yeah.
making that firm, well, then everything else is going to be firm. You know what I mean? So like, can we soften the vowel first, and then we can try to apply it to consonants, because then basically we can kind of switch, like we want to be soft. We don't want to be like you know, it's more My guess is you can hear the difference between those. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's what I would be practicing. Because I think the reason you don't like your R sounds is because it's tight.